Tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. May Triple Gem bless you all. Today, Mahāsatipațțhāna Sutta, number 37. We will continue this Mahāsatipațțhāna Sutta according to the Buddha's teaching. Mr. Pankaj, go to first Mahāsatipațțhāna Sutta in Digha Nikaya, Mahavagga. We are in Kayanupassana section, Sampajañña Pabba. What is the Sampajañña Pabba mean? That is the very clear understanding of the phenomena while going all four postures as well as all the other activities in the body. So this is the Mahāsatipațțhāna Sutta, Kayanupassana Sampajañña Pabba. You know, here Buddha mentioned Punaca param bhikkave bhikkhu abhikkante patikkante sampajānakārī hoti. And then ālokite vilokite sampajānakārī hoti. Abhikkante patikkante mean while going forward and coming back, he need to maintain his mindfulness regarding all four sampajañña. For example, Sātaka sampajañña, that is the clear understanding of the purpose. And then you have Sappaya sampajañña, clear understanding of the suitability. And then you have Gochara sampajañña, clear understanding while going to the arms round field, how the bhikkhu or the monk maintain his mindfulness towards the sampajana. And the last one is the asammoha sampajañña. That means that is actually to the vipassana meditators. Sāstaka asammoha sampajañña means non-delusion, the crystal clear understanding of the non-delusion. So we discuss abhikkhan here. You know, in the this Sampajañña Pabba, you have 7 stages. So, for example, first stage is the abhikkante patikkante sampajānakārī hoti. The second, ālokite vilokite sampajānakārī hoti. And then the third one, sammaññite prasārite sampajānakārī hoti. That means while stretching the limbs and bending the limbs, he will be sampajānakārī. And then Sanghātipatta Chivara Dharane Sampajānakārī hoti, while wearing the robes and taking the ball like that. Sampajānakārī. He should be sampajānakārī. You know now the word sampajānakārī. Then the other ones, asite pite kahite saite sampajānakārī hoti. And while eating, drinking, chewing, tasting, he is acting sampajānakārī. And then the other one is Uchchara pasāva kamme sampajānakārī hoti, the 6th one. Uchchara pasāva kamme means while defecating and urinating, he acts in sampajānakārī. And then last one, the 7th one, that is the gate thite nisinne sutte jagarite bahasite tunhi bahave sampajānakārī hoti. That means while walking, standing, sitting, and falling asleep, and keep walking up, and speaking, keeping silent, then he acts in sampajānakārī. So this is the 7th one. Now we are in the second one, second group. What is that? Ālokite vilokite sampajānakārī hoti. So you know now this sutta, Buddha mentioned this thing, and then Atthakatha, we want to see the Atthakatha, how you want to practice. So Atthakatha says all these sampajānakārī, sampajāna section, in detail, they explain in the Sampajañña Sutta in the Digha Nikaya. So therefore, you need to go to Sampajañña Sutta, Digha Nikaya, So we are now, because of that reason, we are in Sampajañña Sutta now. Sampajañña Sutta, they are mentioned Sati Sampajañña Kata.
Yes,
ālokite vilokite. Yeah. ālokite vilokite sampajānakārī hoti. Okay, before that, I will tell you how you want to practice abhikkante, patikkante, how you want to practice. We just miss this thing. How you want to practice. Okay, how you want to practice abhikkante mean while going forward and coming back, how you want to practice vipassana meditation. So for the jhanic meditator or the samatayānika meditator, or they practice based on the jhana vipassana. For that meditator, he need to attain jhana first, and then want to practice 4-element meditation or the Chaturdhatu Avatthana meditation. And then he need to practice his Rupa Kammatthana or the materiality meditation. And then he need to practice, meditator need to practice his mentality meditation. That means mentality and materiality meditation is the what is called Nama Rupa Parichcheda Jnana. So then first you want to practice Nama Rupa Parichcheda Jnana. And thereafter, that means Nama Rupa Parichcheda Jnana is your Dukkha Satya Dhamma. That means your 5 aggregates are the your Nama Rupa, that means your mentality and your mentality are the 5 aggregates. So these 5 aggregates, that is your Dukkha Satya Dhamma, because these 5 aggregates are the suffering Dhamma in you. So those are Dukkha Satya Dhamma. After finishing your Dukkha Satya Dhamma or the Nama Rupa Parichcheda Jnana, you need to practice Paccaya Pariggaha Jnana. Paccaya Pariggaha Jnana means the cause discerning knowledge. So cause discerning knowledge means what is Paticca Samuppada. Paticca Samuppada means, Avijja Paccaya Sankhara, Sankhara Paccaya Vijnana. Avijja means, that is the ignorance or the illusion. Because of the illusion, your sankhara comes, sankhara generates. Sankhara means your mentality. Mentality means mental factors and the mind. That is the sankhara here. And then because of this sankhara in the past life, you reborn, you have reborn as a human being in this life. So that is the vijnana. Like that, you need to discern this whole paticca samuppada or the dependent origination, 12 factors you need to discern. So that is what is called paccaya pariggaha jnana. And thereafter, that means this is the samudaya satya dhamma. So you now discern your dukkha satya dhamma as well as samudaya satya dhamma. Those are the object of vipassana. Now you have tools or the weapons to do the vipassana. So thereafter, actually, you need to practice again 4 devices. 4 devices mean all your nama, all your dukkha satya dhamma and the samudaya satya dhamma. You want to discern in 4 ways. Taking 4 devices. Like, what are they? The first one is lakkana, characteristic, and rasa, function of every materiality and mentality and their causes. And then your manifestation, how your mind manifest. How does your mind manifest this every mentality and materiality? That is that is what's called Paccupatthana. And then Padatthana, what is the proximate cause? That means very near cause to arise these Dhamma. So that is the meaning. So then only you are very eligible to practice vipassana. Vipassana starting from sammasana jnana. So sammasana jnana, up to you need to practice vipassana at least up to before Maggaphala, I mean, at least up to Sankhara Upekka Jnana, that means formation, equanimity, knowledge, and thereafter you have Magga and Phala. So therefore, you need to practice at least this Sankhara Upekka Jnana, and then want to practice this what is called this is the thing, that means abhikkante, patikkante, sampajānakārī hoti. That means you need to go forward. Then what happened? So then how you want to practice? You, for example, if you are in the I need to tell this thing. If you are going in the town like or city, like, you don't need to close the eye and go. You just pay attention to your object only, you go. Otherwise, you may end up with some unnatural thing. So therefore, I mean, while you are in the home or while you are in the monastery, you need to practice in this way. You go to the, for example, if you are in the walking meditation path, you need to go to one end. That means starting point of the walking path, and then you need to close your eye in the first end. One end of the walking path, you need to close your eye and enter into the jhana, whatever the jhana you have. For example, anapana fourth jhana, like, so you need to enter into the jhana, and you need now enter into the jhana, and you just develop your whole body 4-element meditation. 4-element meditation, and then you can see your all body rupa kalapa and 4 elements. Not only 4 elements, other elements or other rupa also. This can be done very quickly to the meditator who has practiced in correct way. And then you now know now after entering into the fourth jhana and then emerging from the fourth jhana, you need to practice 4-element meditation. And then you know your body is nothing, only 4-element or the other 4-element plus other rupa, other materiality. And now you want to keep your foot forward. You want to keep your foot forward. Here you have how many stages? 6 stages. While going, you have 6 stages. For example, you need to lift your foot, and then you need to moving away from your body, that foot, and then you need to stretch fully, and then you need to drop down towards the ground or the floor, and then you need to keep your foot on the ground, and then you need to press your foot. So those are the 6 steps. So while doing this thing, you can because if you want to go forward, that means there arises mind. I want to go forward, like mind. So because of this mind, now there arise in the heart base, depending on the heart base, that mind created many billions of mind-born materiality. So those are lightweight. Those mind-born materiality are very powerful and lightweight. So then those materiality now spread. Spread mean those materiality from the heart, it spread towards the lower limb. Because these materiality contain Vayu Dhatu predominant. Those materiality are Vayu Dhatu predominant. So that means Vayu element or the wind element predominant materiality. So these wind element predominant materiality, because of diffusion from the heart towards the lower limb, then your bodily intimation produces. Bodily intimation means kaya viññati. So because of this kaya viññati, you can go forward. So seeing this thing, you can now practice vipassana. How you want to practice vipassana? Seeing this materiality always arise, always pass away, always arise, always pass away very, very quickly. So you focus those materiality, and then practice as anicca for a long time, dukkha for a long time, anatta for a long time. This is the way of practice. Then you can attain very quickly if you have parami, and if you have mindfulness and other pancha bala, or 5 powers and 5 panchindriya, 5 faculties, as well as 7 types of enlightenment factors. If they are mature, then you can attain very quickly to the noble path knowledge. For example, sotapan, stream entry path knowledge. Like that, you will be end up with the arahant path knowledge. So this is the way to practice. Now let's go to our Attakatha. Now let's see. This is the second group of Sampajañña Pabba. How it says, ālokite, vilokite, sampajānakārī hoti. That is the meaning. That is the Buddha mention. Ālokite, vilokite, sampajānakārī hoti. So then, ālokite, vilokite ti ettapana, ālokitannāma purato pekkanam, vilokitannāma anudisa pekkanam. Then when you know this is the crystal clear understanding while looking forward and looking sideways. Sideways mean they explain. So ettapana here, ālokita nama purato pekkanam. Ālokita mean looking forward. And vilokita nama anudisa pekkanam. If you see the looking forward, that means ālokita, and then anudisa mean your left side and right side. That is the anudisa. Left side and right side, the other anudisa. That means sideways. You are seeing, you are looking sideways. Left side and right side. That is the anudisa, pekkana. Pekkana means looking. And then they explain in this way, Aññānipi hetta upari pacchato. The other looking also there. Aññānipi hetta upari, hetta mean looking downwards, and upari mean looking upwards, and pacchato mean looking behind of you. So then that such type of pekkana was saying. Pekkana mean looking by way of this type of looking. Ālokite, ullokite, apalokitani nama honti. They are what is called hetta mean ālokite. Ālokite mean looking down. And upari, ullokite. Ālokite, ullokite. Ullokite mean looking up. And then pacchato or apalokite. Apalokite mean looking behind. So those are also available here. Tani idana gahitani. But those things here we just didn't take. Why? They explain in this way. Only ālokite, vilokite, not the ālokite, ullokite, apalokite. That means looking downward, looking upwards, looking behind. Those things we didn't take here. Why? They explain in this way. Sarupa vasena pana imani eva dve gahitani. Sarupa vasena mean, what is the meaning here? Because you know, these two lookings only taken here because it is not suitable to the recluse or the monk or nun or samanera or silavati. That means Dasa Silamata or such type of they absorb to the sasana. So they actually, it is not suitable to the recluse to see every direction while going. So that's the Sarupa Vasena Imaneva Dve Gahitani. So they don't need to look here and there, and they need to go while looking forward like that. Imina va mean imina mukhena sabbani pitani gahitani eva. The other explanation, because this Buddha's teaching is very deep, so therefore you need to understand this thing. So sometimes they say, as a bhikkhu, you need to see only one direction and go, or sideways, only sideways and go. But taking these things, by mentioning these two lookings, ālokite, vilokite, like two things, other looking directions also are taken. So that means that is an actually elliptical statement here. So therefore, you need to understand in this way. That is, but I tell to our meditators, if you are practicing vipassana, and when you go like to shop or town or somewhere, you don't keep your eye closed. Don't keep eye open and go, because this should be done very carefully. So therefore, at that time you don't need to close the eye. But when you practice meditation, real meditation, that means enter into the jhana and closing the meditation, then you can practice while closing the eye. Keep it in mind. And actually, I didn't tell how the non-jhanic people want to go. I will tell this here. How non-jhanic meditator want to go in this ālokite, vilokite, or abhikkanta, patikkanta, that means going forward and coming back. How he want to practice? He directly want to practice 4-element meditation or Chatudhatu Avatthana meditation. So Chatudhatu Avatthana meditation gives powerful light, right? Samadhi light, concentration light. It gives powerful light because that is his chitta visuddhi, or that is his concentration, purification of the consciousness. So thereafter, because based on this light only, he can practice his 4-element, his rupa paricheda jnana, or the materiality definition knowledge, and the materiality definition knowledge thereafter, and then his paccaya parigga jnana, and up to Sankara Upekka. And then he need to practice in this way. So that is for the non-jhanic meditator. Okay, now let's go to the other the next section. Tatta āloke samiti chitte uppanne chitta vaseneva anoloketva atta pariggahanam sattaka sampajañña. Actually, here also you need to know this. You should know 4 kind of sampajana. I just mentioned before also. What are they? Sattaka sampajañña, sappaya sampajañña, gochara sampajañña, and asammoha sampajañña. Here it mentioned firstly sattaka sampajañña. Sattaka sampajañña means clear understanding of the purpose while looking ālokite, vilokite means looking forward and sideways. Looking forward and sideways. By looking forward and sideways, you need to know what is the purpose. Like that, if you know this, if you realize the purpose, that is what is called sattaka sampajañña. Tang ayasmantang nandang kaya sakking katva veditabbang. And now they say this very clear understanding of the purpose. When there arise mind like āloke samiti, when there arises mind that I will look forward. Āloke samiti means I will look forward. I look forward, but without looking by that very force of thought, chitta vaseneva, that very force of thought. When there arise mind like that, I want to I want to look forward, right? Like that, such type of mind arises. When such type of mind arises, chitta vaseneva anoloketa. Actually, without looking by that very force of thought, chitta vaseneva anoloketva atta pariggahanam sattaka sampajaññam. So clear consideration of the purpose of looking forward is what is called sattaka sampajañña. Tang ayasmantang nandang kaya sakking katta veditabbang. So now they say this should be understood by keeping a personal witness. Kaya sakking means personal witness. Nandang, ayasmantang nandang mean, Venerable Nanda, the Buddha's brother. Buddha's brother, Mahapajapati Gautami's son. So what is the meaning here? Kaya sakking kata means that is we have now personal witness, Venerable Nanda. So I will tell some short history about this. Venerable Nanda has been practicing vipassana after achieving jhana, but he moved into an unfavorable state of mind involving boredom regarding this sasana. You know what? Because of his ex-wife, this thing. He developed lust on her, who is named, the name, Queen Janapada Kalyan. No? But he developed a lustful mindset on her, but ultimately on becoming again aware to the sasana, he changed his mindset of lust. Then saying in this way, I will actually here it is mentioned in this sutta, right? In this sutta mention what is sutta? Nanda Sutta in the Anguttara Nikaya. Here now he want to get rid of this samsara. So therefore, I will restrain myself well. Like he thinking. So in the Nanda Sutta, Buddha has said in this way. In which way? Uttangi etang bhagavata. Buddha said in Nanda Sutta in this way. Sache bhikkhave nandasa purattima disa ālokite tabba hoti sabbang cetasa samanna haritva nando purattimang disan āloketi. What is the meaning? What is the meaning? Buddha said in this way, monk, if the eastern direction, if the Nanda want to see the eastern direction, Nanda looks forward in eastern direction with all mind concentrated to that very direction. He doesn't want to see another directions. So he want to go only through he doesn't want, he want to see only the eastern direction. And then Evang, so the Chetasa Puratimandisang āloketi. Evang me, this is said in Nanda, right? Evang me Puratimandisang ālokayato na abhijja domanasa papaka akusala dhamma anvasa vissanti. Then in this, they say in this way, in the sutta this way, Evang me Purattimang disa anulokayato na abhijja domanasa. Abhijja mean what is the abhijna? Covetousness. And domanasa mean ill will. Here mention only two factors of the 5 hindrances. So then you have another 5 hindrances, another 3 also. Tinamidda, Uddachakukucha and the Vichikicha. But here mention only abhijja domanasa. That's the Buddha's teaching. So you need to take every abhijja domanasa. If the Buddha says abhijja domanasa, then you need to take every 5 hindrances. So such type of papaka akusala dhamma anvasa vissanti. So now this venerable think in this way, wish in this way, may no covetousness or ill will, like mean unwholesome phenomena overcome me. Like that he restrained. Itiha tatta sampajānakārī sampajāno hoti. Itiha tatta sampajāno hoti. That means in this way here he becomes sampajānakārī. You know now sampajānakārī means. And this is mentioned in Anguttara Nikaya Nanda Sutta. Anguttara Nikaya Nanda Sutta. You need to see 8 nipata in it is mentioned. Sache bhikkhave, then Buddha said, Sache bhikkhave nandasa pachima disa disa ālokite tabba hoti sabban cetasa samanna haritva nando pachimang disang āloketi. Like that you want to take, right? And then pachima disa means that is the western direction. And then uttara disa, northern direction, and dakkhina disa, that is the southern direction, or south. Uddhang, upwards. Adho peyalang. Adho mean downward direction. Anudisa vilokite tabba hoti sabbang cetasa samanna haritva. Samanna haritva mean all concentrated, all mind concentrated into that very direction. That's the meaning. Sabbang cetasa samanna haritva nando anudisang viloketi. So what is the meaning? Now when he looks at other direction also, he restrained with awareness. And awareness. Evang me anudisang vilokito na abhijja domanasa papaka akusala dhamma anvasa vissanti iti tatta sampajāno hoti. Then again he said, while I'm looking in the western direction, may no covetousness, no ill will like mean unwholesome phenomena overcome me. Like every direction he mentioned in this way. He think in this way and he act in this way. So therefore, what happened ultimately? Ultimately, then he become energetic and pretty conscientious, and regarding his controlling faculties of the five sense doors. And then he attained arahantship. In this sutta, after this sutta, he attained arahantship very soon. So therefore, Bhagava placed him as the top one in restraining, controlling faculties. That means restraining his eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. So that means all six doors he restrained in this way. That means how he restrained? While looking one direction, all mind concentrated to that very direction, he restrained. That means he didn't take any lustful mindset into the mind, or any ill will status into the mind, like that. He didn't take. So that's the meaning. Because of that reason, he get arahantship. He attained to the arahantship. But so therefore, here it's a Nandang Kaya Sakking Katva. Nandang Ayasmat Nandang means the Venerable Nanda taking a personal witness. Personal witness. Buddha mentioned this looking forward and sideways. So according to this sutta, you need to understand, they say according to this sutta, there's a very good example how you want to practice this Sāttaka Sampajañña. Apicha idapi pubbe buddha chetiya dasanādi vaseneva Sāttakatacha sappayatacha veditabbo. Okay, now they say in this way. Now I told you, you have four sampajañña: Sāttaka Sampajañña, Sappaya Sampajañña, Gochara Sampajañña, and Asammoha Sampajañña. While looking forwards and sideways also, you need to restrain in these four sampajañña. On these four sampajañña. So therefore, here mentioned apicha, besides, idapi puppe vutta chetiya dasanādi vaseneva Sāttakatacha sampayatacha veditabbo. Now this clear understanding of the purpose and the clear understanding of the suitability here too should be known according to the manner that were those were described before earlier. Vutta chetiya dasanādi vasena, that means worshipping of the pagoda and the like, and worshipping of the pagoda, or cleaning of the pagoda and the terrace of the bodhi tree, like that you need to restrain. You need to know those sampajañña also. And then kammattānassapana avijjahanameva gochara sampajañña. What is the gochara sampajañña? Keeping on the meditation subject while going to the alms field and coming back. But here, what is that? That is the ālokite, vilokite. Now here, this that means this gochara sampajañña also you need to apply for every 7 ways. Every 7 ways mean ālokite, vilokite also, and then ālokite, vilokite, and abhikkante, patikkante, like that. All 7 ways you need to apply this. But with the meditation foremost in the mind. Kammattāna avijjahanameva. Kammattānassapana avijjahanameva mean you need to go kammattāna siseneva. That means with the meditation foremost in mind, you need to go to alms round, alms field. Actually, this is for the bhikkhu only. For the other meditators, that means the other lay devotees, they don't need to go do this thing. But this gochara sampajañña means to the field only. Let's say then tasma etha kanda dhatu ayatana kammattānikehi attano kammattāna vaseneva kasinādi kammattānikehi vāpana kammattāna siseneva ālokitang vilokanam vilokinam kātabbang. I mean, therefore, tasma, therefore, They say in this way, in the Gochara Sampajañña, if the meditator practices 5 aggregate, 12 bases, and 18 elements, Khanda mean 5 aggregate, Dhatu mean 18 elements, Ayatana mean 12 bases. Like that, if that means this is the Vipassana meditator. And Attano Kammattana Vaseneva. Therefore, in the Gochara Sampajañña, if the meditator practices 5 aggregates and 12 bases like Vipassana Kammattana, he should do accordingly. He should do accordingly. That means he can practice Vipassana in the Gochara Sampajañña also. Kasinadi Kammattanikehi Vapana, Kammattana Sise Neva, Ālokana Vilokina Katabang. Kasinadi Kammattanika means Samatha. That meditator is still practicing Samatha meditation. For example, Kasina. Kasina Adi means sometimes your meditation subject may be Kasina meditation, sometimes Anapanasati, sometimes another meditation, for example, Arupajana or Metta Karuna Mudita or Asubhajana, like that. Different meditator practice different meditation subject. So according to that also, Kammattana Sise Neva. Kammattana Sise Neva mean meditation foremost in mind. He need to look forward and sideways. Ālokana Vilokana Kātappa. Look forwards and sideways. And actually, here we want to go to a tika. Now you can understand Attano Kammattana Vasenevati. Attano Kammattana Vasenevati Khandadi Kammattana Vaseneva Ālokana Vilokana Kātabang Na Anyo Upaye Gavesi Tappati Adipayo. That means you should practice 5 aggregates so on Dukkha Sacca Dhamma while looking forward and sideways. And then say tasma tassa na anyo upayo gavesi tabbani adipayo. You never want to practice no another way. Kammattana sise nevati vakkamana kammattana muke neva. Vakkamana kammattana muke neva. That means that is the meditation foremost in mind. That is the idea there. That means if your meditation is samatha, you should practice kasina so on meditation subject by looking forward and sideways. But you here, that means you must practice your pariharya meditation subject. Pariharya means what is the current meditation subject? With meditation foremost in mind, that is the meaning. For example, if you are practicing Anapanasati meditation, always keep the mind on the breath while looking forward and sideways. That's the meaning. Or if you practice 4-element meditation after practicing Anapana, or even directly like Suddha Vipassaka or the non-jhanic meditator, he need to practice 4-element meditation, and then he need to discern 4-element and go. So 4-element and look forward or sideways. That's the meaning here. Okay. Now we move again to our Attakatha. Abhantare attanama āloketava viloketava natti. That means, in this, here actually mentioned in Asammoha Sampajañña. Now, Gochara Sampajañña finished. Now they came into the Asammoha Sampajañña to describe. So here, actually, this refers to the Vipassana meditation. This Asammoha Sampajañña, that is the Vipassana meditation. It says, Abhantare attanama āloketava viloketava natti. Now they say inside the body and the mind, there is no one, that means self or soul, thing or no, who looks forward or sideways. That means no I, no things like mind, like thing, no person, no living beings in the inside. That's the meaning. Ālokesamiti pana chitte uppajamane teneva chittena sadding chitta samuttana vayodhatu vinyatting janayamana uppajati. That now you know this thing. Now you know when the mind arises thus, then thinking, I'll look forward. So then from then what happened? The wind element predominant rupakalapa arises from the mind based on the heart base. So that brings about bodily intimation, kaya viññatti. So they mentioned that thing. Janayamana vayodhatu viññattin janayamana uppajjate. Iti chitta-kiriya vayodhatu viparvasena hettimang akkidalang adosidati uparimang uddang langeti. Now, while looking forward and sideways, what happened? They are mentioned in this way. Because owing to the diffusion of the Vayo Dhatu predominant Rupakalapa, born by the power of the mind, power of your meditation mind here, meditation mind while looking forward or the other direction. Then the lower eyelid goes down. Hettimang akkidalang adosideti. That means, that is the meaning. Adosidati. That means the lower eyelid, hettimang akkidalang means lower eyelid goes down. Adosidati goes down. Uparimang akkidalang also you need to take. Uparimang akkidalang uddang langeti. That means the upper eyelid goes up. That's the meaning. That's the meaning. That goes up. So that means while looking forwards and sideways, you are looking downward, and then the lower eyelid goes down, and the upper eyelid goes up. So you need to see this by way of the vipassana mind. And then what happened? Kochi yantakena vivaranto nama natti. And then they say, then the consciousness, then actually there is no one open it up by a machine. The yantakena means machine. So there is no one open it up by a machine. And then what happened? Tato chakku viññānaṁ dassana kiccang sadentang uppajjatiti. Evang pajananang paneta asammoha sampajaññang nama. Now what happened? So you don't have anyone inside your body opening up your eyelids upwards and downwards by a machine like that. So, but you need to understand. Thereafter, chakku viññāna arises there. In the ido, there arises chakku viññāna. So that means the eye consciousness arises, affecting the seeing performance. So dassana kiccang sadentang uppajjati. Then the eye consciousness arises, affecting seeing performance. So in this way, you need to understand asammoha sampajañña. Asammoha sampajañña. That means I will tell this thing again. This should be understood by you very clearly. That means this asammoha sampajañña refers to the vipassana meditation, not for the samatha meditation. Keep it in mind. That is very important. Others for the samatha and vipassana also. But mainly gochar sampajañña is samatha, mainly focusing samatha. Now they say in this way, inside the body and the mind, there is no self or no soul, no one who looks forwards and sideways. When the mind arises thinking, I'll look forward like, then what happened? Wind element predominant rupakalapa arises from the mind and bring about your bodily intimation, what is called kaya viññatti. And thus, owing to the diffusion of Vayo Dhatu predominant Rupakalapa born by the power of the mind, then the lower eyelid goes down and upper eyelids goes up. That thing happened. That means hettimang akkidalang adosidati uparimang uddan langeti. And because of that reason, they say there is no one open it up by a machine. Only mind-born materiality and the mind. And then the eye consciousness arises, they are affecting the scene performance. What is the function of it? Scene performance. In this way, you need to understand your asammoha sampajañña. For example, now for looking forward mean now you are looking forward, opening the eye. But you need to understand what is the the what inside happen in your mind and the matter, or the mentality and the materiality, what happened. You need to understand this. Okay, that in this way, that is what is called asammoha sampajañña. Apicha mula pariññā āgantukatawa kālika bhava vasena. Apicha mula pariññā āgantukatawa kālika bhava vasena petta asammoha sampajaññaṃ veditabbam. So you need to understand this asammoha sampajañña, or very clear understanding of non-delusion should be known through three important things. What are they? The first one is mula pariññā, other one is āgantuka bhava, other one is kālika bhava. So what is the meaning here? Mula pariññā means accurate knowledge of the root. If you go forward, you can understand what is that. That means accurately knowing, that means actually accurately knowing of javana mind movement in the mind or mental process. It just mentioned in the tika. It mentioned in this. Let's go to tika later on. So, but before tika, we want to go to what is mula pariññā, right? Firstly, tava means firstly, mula pariññā vasena bhavanga vajjanam cheva dasanam sampaticcanam santiranam vottabbanam javanam bhavasi sattamam. This is actually what is the meaning of here. This is the meaning of panchadvara chittaviti, right? Panchadvara chittaviti. For example, if you see the sideways and left side and right side, that means sideways and forward looking, and then what happened? There arise panchadvara chittaviti, 5 mental process. So they are mentioned about the 5 mental process. Pariññā means accurate knowledge of the root, right? So now you can see the 5 mental process. Chakku dwara, because here also mentioned chakku dwara, so therefore I just mentioned chakku dwara here. Chakku dwara mean chakku do, or I do, right? What happened in the I do? You need to keep in mind this panchadvara chittaviti very clearly. Very clearly, you need to keep it in mind. So what is the how your 5 mental process arises? You know, if in the chakku dwara, if you have seen something, the color object touch your bhavanga. Firstly, bhavanga touch, because before that you don't have any chittaviti, so therefore you have bhavanga mind. I will explain bhavanga mind later on. And then this atita bhavanga mean, you know, that is the past bhavanga mind, or the life continuum. Atita bhavanga means that is the bhavanga before the chittaviti starts. So then atita bhavanga, or the past bhavanga. And then two bhavanga actually 2 times vibrate. The first vibration is what is called bhavanga chalana, vibrating bhavanga. And then second times also bhavanga vibrate, that is what is called bhavanga upachcheda. That means arrest of the bhavanga. The bhavanga arrest, no bhavanga again. Then, you know, when you see something by the eye, and the eye also takes the object at the same time, and simultaneously panchadvara vajjana mind movement, which is in the heart base, right? That means in the manodo, mind do, panchadvara vajjana mind movement also takes the same object, takes the color object. And then it passes, panchadvara vajjana and chakku viññāna takes the same time. So therefore, chittaviti in this way, panchadvara vajjana and chakku viññāna, right? Panchadvara vajjana also takes the same object simultaneously. Chakku viññāna also take the same object. And then you have sampaticcanā. Sampaticcanā means receiving mind movement, same object receive. And then santirana, investigation mind movement, it investigate little. And vottabbanā, or vottabbanā also name, that means determining mind movement. And then thereafter, determining mind movement, thereafter, you have 7 javana, impulsion mind movement. 7 impulsion mind movement. So javana means impulsion mind movement. So then javana 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like same object, they passes over 7 objects, same object, up to 7 javana. Sometimes they arise tadaramana, that means registration mind movements taking the same object, and sometimes no tadaramana. So tadaramana, if there are tadaramana, only 2 types of two times only tadaramana mind movement occur or in the chittaviti, and then stop, right? And then stop mean now here panchadara chittaviti finish, and then your bhavanga comes. Bhavanga rises in the heart base. Otherwise, without mentality in the heart base, we will die, right? Definitely we die. So therefore, you need to, if the chittaviti finish, then according to your karmic power, bhavanga arises there. So you should know very clearly this panchadwara chittaviti. They are mentioned this thing as a stanza, right? As a stanza. So let's go to again our Attakata. Mula pariññā means accurate knowledge of the root. Root means that is what is the base of this panchadwara chittaviti, to see the color, right? So that is the meaning. Mula pariññā vasena tava. Mula pariññā. That means firstly you need to understand by way of mula pariññā, accurate knowledge of the root. So therefore, it says in this way, bhavanga avajjanam cheva. That means you know now 3 bhavanga rises there. 3 bhavanga rises mean the first one is the past bhavanga, and then other one is bhavanga vibrating bhavanga, and the arresting bhavanga. So then bhavanga avajjana. Bhavanga avajjana means avajjana. I know panchadwara avajjana. That means 5-door mental process. 5-door adverting consciousness. Cheva and dasanā. Dasanā means chakku viññāna, right? Sampaticcana. Sampaticcana, after chakku viññāna, you have sampaticcana. And then santirana. And then you have vattapana. And then sattamang javanang bhavati. Sattamang javanang bhavati. How many javana? 7 javana. Right? So therefore, that is mentioned in this is in this way Atthakatha mentioned the chittaviti. Okay, now let's go to the other one, agantuka, right? Agantuka means through the stake of stranger or the guest. In this way also you need to understand. They will mention that is later. And then kalika bhava vasena. Kalika bhava vasena means through the state of temporary. Kalika means temporary. Actually here tavakalika, right? Tavakalika means temporary. Okay, now firstly, we want to go to Mula Pariññā Vasena. So now you know, firstly, as accurate knowledge of the root, right? Accurate knowledge of the root, if we consider that thing, there are the life continuum, that is the bhavanga. And then Panchadara Vajjana, Chakku Viññāna, Sampaticcana, Santirana, Vattapana, and 7 javana. Tattha bhavangang uppatti bhavassa ālokite sādhemanam pavattati. Okay, they are in this case, tattha bhavanga exists effecting the function of life continuum in the present life, right? Bhavangang uppatti bhavassa ālokite sādhemanam pavattati. Now bhavanga exists as a life continuum in the present life. Tang avatetva kiriya manodhatu avajjana kiccang sādhemāna. Okay, now they say what is then the here mentioned in the chakkudo or the aido, right? When you look, actually what happened when you look something or someone, the color object which impinge on both aido and mindo. I told it before, so both aido and mindo. Now here, what is the mindo? Your bhavanga is the mindo, but bhavanga is the mindo, and then bhavanga is the mindo, and then it takes the bhavanga now vanish, and your panchadwara vajjana mind movement arises. Panchadvara Vajjana mind movement, 5 door adverting consciousness arises. There arises that thing. Actually, this is mentioned in Patisambhidamanga Suttamaya Jnana Nirdesa Attakatha also. It mentioned very clearly. So this is also here also mentioned. So now what is Kiriya Mano Dhatu? Tang avatetva Kiriya Mano Dhatu avajjana kichang sade mana. Okay, before that, what is this Kiriya Mano Dhatu also there? You can understand with Mano Vijnana Dhatu also. Okay, we just go there and let's go to the slide. Then you can understand very clearly. Tang avatetva Kiriya Mano Dhatu avajjana kichang sade mana. Now what happened? Now Bhavanga vibrates 2 times and ceases, and then there arises in sequence 5 adverting consciousness, and tang nirodha chakku vijnana dassana kichang sadayamana, and then thereafter there arises chakku vijnana, and tang nirodha vipaka mano dhatu, then again another mano dhatu, vipaka mano dhatu, sampatichana kichang sadayamana. Then there arise vipaka manodhatu sampatichana. Sampatichana means taking the object. Sampatichana means taking the object. There arise another mindset. What is called sampatichana kicha. And tang nirodha, after ceasing this thing, vipaka mano vijnana dhatu santirana kichang sade mana. Now vipaka again. Now vipaka kiriya mano dhatu, vipaka mano dhatu, and vipaka mano vijnana dhatu. So then you see, so therefore here mentioned many mano dhatu and mano vijnana dhatu. So therefore you need to understand what is this mano dhatu, mano vijnana dhatu. Mano actually 5 mental process. Okay, after 5 mental process, you have mind mental process, right? Then Bhavanga. After the 5 mental process, you have Bhavanga. Bhavanga means all 3 stages of Bhavanga. Atita Bhavanga, Bhavanga Chalana, Bhavanga Pacheda. Right? Thereafter, you have Mano Dwara Vajjana. Mano Dwara Vajjana also Buddha mentioned, that is also Mindo. And your Bhavanga also Mindo. Right? So you just keep in mind 2 things Buddha mentioned as Mano Dwara. Because after Manodwara, after Bhavanga, you have Manodwara in the Manodwara Chitta Viti, or the pure mental processes. So taking same object, there arises Mano Dwara Vajjana. Mano Dwara Vajjana, Mindo adverting consciousness. And then taking same object, your Javana, first Javana, second Javana, third Javana, fourth Javana, up to 7th Javana. One over the other, but this is happened when one passes away, and then the next mind movement arises there. So like that, then Tadaramana 1 and Tadaramana 2, and then Bhavanga. So this is the Mano Dwara Chittaviti. For the one Panchadwara Chittaviti, we learned before that thing. One Panchadwara Chittaviti, there arise many Manodwara Chittaviti. But 4th or 5th Manodwara Chittaviti only can understand what is the object. What is the real object, like what color, whose color, or like that. That understanding is done by let's say 5th Manodwara Chittaviti, right? 5th Manodwara Javana only can understand, not the Manodwara Vajjana even. You need to know this thing. Yeah. What is the Mano Dhatu? Mind element. What is the Mano Dhatu? You have Mano Dhatu, 2 types of Mano Dhatu. Kiriya Mano Dhatu and Vipaka Mano Dhatu. Kiriya mean, what is the Kiriya? Kiriya mean functional mind element. That is the Panchadwara Vajjana. And the other one is resultant mind element. Vipaka Mano Dhatu means resultant mind element. Actually, what is the meaning here? If you want to understand this very clearly, you go to Chitta chart, then you can understand very clearly. Chitta, or the consciousness, how here mentioned every 89 consciousness. We have 89 consciousness, or in detailed method 120 chittas, or the mind. So we divided in this way. Kamavachara, 54 Kamavachara Chitta, that means sensual pleasure, sensual plane, you have 54 mind boom, mentality. 54 chittas, or the consciousness. So out of that, you have 12 akusala chitta. That means you have 8 kind of lobha mula chitta, or the lust rooted, and 2 types of dosa mula, right? Dosa mula mean dosa akusala, right? Akusala mean unwholesome mind movement, dosa. 12 types of dosa mula. Dosa mula mean ill will rooted or hatred rooted. And then moha mula. Moha mula mean illusion rooted or delusion rooted mind. So how many altogether? 12 mind there, akusala side. And then you have 18 ahetuka chitta, 18 ahetuka consciousness. 18 ahetuka mean rootless. Hetu mean rooted, and ahetuka mean rootless. In this ahetuka, you know, ahetuka vipaka minds also there, ahetuka kiriya mind also there. Ahetuka vipaka, or the resultant. Ahetuka mean rootless resultant and rootless functional. What is called kiriya? Ahetuka kiriya. For the kiriya, you have 3 things. 3 things mean, for the kiriya, you have panchadvara vajjana mind movement and manodvara vajjana mind movement, as well as hasitupada mind movement. Those are kiriya. That means those are the functional manodhatu, right? Functional manodhatu. Not all 3. Only panchadvara vajjana is the functional manodhara, functional manodhatu. And then you have 7 and 8 vipaka minds, right? 7 and in the akusala side, unwholesome side, you have 7 types of vipaka minds. And in kusala side, you have 8 types of vipaka mind. Okay, let's move to see the another chart, then you can understand very clearly this thing. Now see, this is the they are mentioned this first mentioned rooted akusala, lobha mula, moha mula, and then dosa mula. Right? Those are 12. And then this is what I am mentioned here. You know, ahetuka akusala, now ahetuka vipaka, rootless vipaka, you have 7. Those are, you know, upekka sahagata chakku viññāna, upekka sahagata sota, upekka sahagata gahana viññāna, upekka sahagata jivha viññāna, upekka sahagata jivha, and dukkha sahagata kaya viññāna, and upekka sahagata sampaticcana, upekka sahagata santirana. So those are the rootless mind movement. And then vipaka, kusala vipaka side also same. But same like upekka sahagata chakku viññāna, upekka sahagata sota viññāna, upekka sahagata gahana viññāna, upekka sahagata jivha viññāna, sukha sahagata kaya viññāna, and then upekka sahagata sampaticcana, that means receiving my movement also there, and somanasa sahagata santirana and upekka sahagata santirana, 2 types of santirana mind movement, right? Santirana mind movement, 2 types. Somanasahagata means piti associated, piti mental factor, joy mental factor associated. Upekka sahagata means no piti. Okay, those are the resultant, right? Resultant mind movement. Now kiriya, you have functional mind movement also, ahetuka functional kiriya. So what is the first one is somanasa sahagata hasitupada, only for the arahant smiling. This is the arahant smiling consciousness. So the other one is upekka sahagata panchadvara vajjana. That is what is called this upekka sahagata panchadvara vajjana. Actually, that is the kiriya manodhatu, right? Kiriya manodhatu. Why these are called manodhatu? Because these are towards the panchadvara chitta viti. Right? Panchadvara Chittaviti, because this Panchadvara Vajjana happen in the Panchadvara Chittaviti. Manodvara Chittaviti, you can see Manodvara Vajjana, the second mind. Upekka Sahagata Manodvara Vajjana, that is also Kiriya mind, but it is not the Mano Dhatu. That belongs to Mano Viññāna Dhatu, because that is for the Mano that is in the mind or mental process. So then you can see here also you can see sampajānakārī. Two types of sampajānakārī you have. Kusala side also you have upekka sahagata sampajānakārī, that means receiving mind movement. And then kusala side also you have receiving mind movement, upekka sahagata sampajānakārī. So those two receiving mind movement, that is called vipaka, or the resultant. Those are resultant manodhatu. Got it? Those are resultant manodhatu. And here you have upekka sahagata panchadhara vajana, mean kiriya manodhatu. Kiriya manodhatu. So that they are mentioned kiriya manodhatu in the okay. Now I will tell what is the mano vijnana dhatu. Now you know what is the mano dhatu. Mano dhatu means three mindsets. What are they? Upekka sahagata sampajānakārī and upekka sahagata sampajānakārī in kusala and akusala side too. And the upekka sahagata panchadhara vajana. Panchadhara vajana. Those are belongs to mano dhatu, mind element. And then you can see the upekka sahagata chakku vijnana, sota vijnana, gahana vijnana, jivha vijnana, and kaya vijnana. Those are happening not in the heart base, right? Not in the heart base. They are relevant base only. That consciousness arises. For example, chakku in the eye base, you can see eye consciousness. In the ear base, you can see sota vijnana, or the ear consciousness. And gahana vijnana is in the nose door. Jivha door, your jivha vijnana rise in the tongue. Kaya vijnana, all over the body you can there arise kaya vijnana. So though now here you have five mind movement, and the kusala side also you have five mind movement like that. Upekka sahagata chakku vijnana, sota vijnana, gahana vijnana, jivha vijnana, kaya vijnana. So those also arise in their relevant basis. And then how many? 10 types of vijnana. We need to read, if we reduce those 10 types of vijnana out of 89 consciousness, then 79 you have. 79 in the heart base, right? All other 79 arises in the heart base. Now these 10 arise in the relevant bases. Now among heart base mind movement also, now heart base how many? 79 mind movement arises in the heart base. So out of that we reduce as mano dhatu. We reduce this panchadhara vajana and sampajānakārī too as a mano dhatu. Then 79 then reduce 3. How many? 76. Other all 76 mind. For example, akusala side you have 12. And here also you have santirana, two types of santirana, and the mano upekka sahagata manodhara vajana and somana sahagata hasitutpada. Such type of mind movement also. Three santirana from the akusala side. You have three santirana. Upekka sahagata santirana in the akusala side, and kusala side somana sahagata santirana and upekka sahagata santirana. How many? Three santirana, and you also somana sahagata hasitutpada. And upekka sahagata mano dwara vajana. How many? All together 5 and 12. 5 and 12 you need to 5 and 12 mean 17 mind movements. And then here in the sobana side you have all 24, right? All 24 mind movement. For example, 8 sets of 8, 3 mahakusala, mahavipaka, and mahakiriya, all together 24. And then you can see your rupavachara side, you have 15 mind movements, right? 15 mind movements, all are jhana mind movements. Kusala, vipaka, and kiriya. Functional, the last one is functional, and then resultant, and then kusala mean wholesome. And in the same way, arupavachara sides also, you have kusala, vipaka, and kiriya, all together, all are 12. And then in the lokuttara side, you have 8 mindsets. So those are magga mind and phala mind. That means path knowledges and the path consciousness and the fruition consciousness. So altogether here 8, and if you count up these things all together, you have 76 mind movement, 76 mentality. So those only arise in depending on the heart base, right? So therefore, it is what is called mano vijnana dhatu. So now you can understand what is this mano dhatu and mano vijnana dhatu. So when we let's go to our Atthakatha there. See, tattha bhavangang uppatti bhavassa angakicchang sadhemanam pavattati tang avatetva kiriya mano dhatu avajjana kichchang sadhemana. Now you know after bhavanga, what is bhavanga does? The life continue. And then tang avatetva mean rolling down. Rolling down mean that after breaking down that tang avatetva mean after breaking down that kiriya mano dhatu avajjana kichchang sadhemana. Then there arises kiriya mano dhatu mean here, you know, pancha dwara vajjana. Now you know when something ido, your object is color for the ido. The color impinge in the ido, there arises eye consciousness. At the same time, your panchadwara vajjana mind movement also arises. So then this kiriya mano dhatu means panchadwara vajjana avajjana kichchang sadhemana. Avajjana kichcha mean adverting function. It effecting the adverting activity, it arises. And then tang nirodha chakku viññānam dassana kichchang sadhemana. Then thereafter there arises chakku viññāna in the ido, not in the heart base, right? And then tang nirodha vipaka manodhatu sampatichana kichchang sadhemana. Now according to the chittaviti, you can understand that after chakku viññāna there arises vipaka manodhatu. Now you know manodhatu has two types. One is kiriya manodhatu, other one is resultant or vipaka manodhatu. That means sampatichana mind movement. And then there arises sampatichana mind movement, tang nirodha. That means after ceasing this thing, vipaka mano vijnana dhatu santirana kichchang sadhemana. Now no, you know this santirana mind movement are also resultant mind movement, but it is happen in the mind. So therefore that is what is called mano vijnana dhatu. That means this is actually not near to the chakku viññāna, not near to the chakku viññāna. So therefore it is what is called mano viññāna dhatu, right? Mano viññāna dhatu. And then tang nirodha kiriya mano viññāna dhatu vottabbana kichchang sadhemana. And thereafter kiriya mano viññāna dhatu. Kiriya mano viññāna dhatu means this is actually what is called mindo adverting consciousness, right? Mindo adverting consciousness. Now here Buddha mentioned vottabbana. Vottabbana means determining mind movement. So thereafter vottabbana mano viññāna, that is the kiriya mano dhatu, right? Sadhemana. Tang nirodha sattakattung javanang javati. Thereafter there run seven javana. This is very important, right? Then thereafter very important, you need to understand this thing. They say in this way. They say in this way, you need to understand this thing very clearly. So see, tattha patama javanepi, the first javana in the tattha patama javanepi, first javana in the Fido mental process, right? First javana of the Fido mental process. How many javana? 7 javana in the Fido mental process. So first javana, even the first javana, patama javana, even the first javana, ayang itti, ayang pirusosti, rajjana dussana muihana vasena ālokitang vilokitang nama na hoti. This is very important. So therefore you just take into account here. That means in the Fido mental process, among the mind movement of the bhavanga and the like, you know, even the first javana, even in the first javana mind movement, there is Here I need to mention Rajjana mean lust. What is called Rajjana mean lust, and Dusana mean ill will. Muihana mean delusion. Muihana mean moha. Rajjana mean raga. Dusana mean dosa, right? Raga, dosa, moha. So we can say in this way, Rajjana, Dusana, Muihana mean raga, dosa, moha. So then in the first javana also, you can, they are not arises like there is absence of lust, hatred or illusion while looking forward and sideways. That's the meaning. So the first javana, in the first javana of the Fido mental process, ayam itti, ayam purisosi, this is the man, this is the woman, like that, they are not arises anything in the javana movement. That means they just take the color object only, cannot understand who is that or what is that, like that, cannot understand. And then they say dutiya javanepi peyalam. Dutiya javanepi means the second, even the second javana, and we need to take even the third javana, even the fourth javana, even the fifth javana, even the sixth javana, even the seventh javanepi ālokitang vilokitang nama na hoti. So you need to take the take from the second, right? So therefore you need to understand they are not right, they are in the Fido mental process. Seven javana cannot understand anything about the about the object. That means there are no arise lustful mindset or hated mindset or moha mindset, illusion mindset towards the object. So that in this way you need to understand that. And then it says, because this ඒතේසු පන යුද්ධ මණ්ඩලේ යෝධේසු විය හෙට්ටූපරිය වශයෙන් බිජ්ජිත්වා පතිතේසු අයං ඉත්ති අයං පුරිසෝති රජ්ජනාදී වශයෙන් ආලෝකිතං විලෝකිතං හෝති. එවං තාවෙත්ත මූල පරිඥා වශයෙන් අසම්මෝහ සම්පජඤ්ඤං වේදිතබ්බං. So therefore in the Fido mental process, if you don't have any lustful mindsets or hatred mindsets or the illusion mindsets, then they are etesupana yuddha mandale yodesu viya hettu pariyavasena bhijjita pattesu. That means thereafter, then after your Fido mental process, that means from the second Santirana, second Tadaramana onwards, they arise Bhavanga again. And thereafter, like the soldiers in the battlefield, when mind movement are gradually arisen after breaking up very quickly on the top of the other, on one on top of the other, there is looking forward or looking sideways with lust and hatred or illusion like thing, confirming this is the male and this is the female. So that means by the mind-mental process, actually that is mentioned in the Tika. So here you need to understand in this way, after your Fido mental process, there arise Bhavanga, and after Bhavanga your mind-mental process arises. Many minor mental process, the first, second, third, fourth, like. So here it say, like the soldiers in the battlefield, when mind movements are gradually arisen after breaking up very quickly, one breaks very quickly and there arises a new one, and that means one on the top of the other, and then only there is a looking forward and sideways with lustful mindsets or hatred mindsets or delusion mindsets, confirming this is the male and this is the female by the mind-mental process. Actually, this is the fifth mind-mental process. Let's go to the Tika. That means why this like a soldier, why they are mentioned about the soldier? That means, after After battle only you can recognize who are the soldiers, which soldier, or who are the soldiers who get involved, like who get involved. Like after battle only you can understand, oh, this has died and that has injured, like that, or how many soldiers get involved for this battle, like that. After only you can judge only after the battle. So therefore, in the same way, you know, now there arises multiple mind movements. So after fourth mind movement on the mind or mental process only, you can understand this is the man, this is the woman, like that. Understand only after having many mind movement going on up to the mind or mental process. Otherwise, not happen. So therefore, you need to understand this thing. So okay, now let's go to the tika. Then you can understand this very clearly. Yeah. Patama javanepi sattama javanepi ti idang panchadwarika vityam. So you can understand this Patama javana. That means first javana mind movement up to the seventh javana mind movement. That means that is the panchadwarika chitta viti. That means five-do mental process. Ayang iti ayang purisoti sad rajana dussana muihananang abhavang sandhaya vuttang. That means you cannot understand. You can see that in the mental process, they are not arises rajana. Rajana means not arises lustful mindset, or dussana mean hated mindset, or muihananang abhavang. Muiha nanam abhavang mean abhavang, right? Muiha nanam abhavang. Abhavang mean absence of. Because in the Panchadwara Chittaviti, you don't have any they are not arise as lust or hatred or your muihana. That means illusion. They are not arise. Tattahi avajjana vottabbanang puretarang pavatta yoniso manasikara vasena ayoniso avajjana pottabba karayena pavattano itte itti rupadim hi loba sahagata mattam javanang uppajjati anittecha dosa sahagata mattam napaneka napanekantara rajjana dusanadi. Actually, there arise some loba and dosa arises, but it is not the not powerful, right? It is not powerful. That is the meaning here. Manodware eva na pana sorry javana arises, but javanam uppajjati anitecha dosatagata matang na pana ekantara rajana dussanadi. Actually, they are not arising like lust mindset and so on. They are not arises, and they say in this way, manodware eva ekanta rajana dussanadi hoti. So then only manodwara chittaviti only you can see there arise lustful mindset and ill-will mindsets or illusion mindsets. Panchadwarikang pana moolang. So therefore the panchadwar but mind or mental process, there arises lustful and hated or the illusion. So therefore, but panchadwarika javanang moolang, the root is panchadwarika javana, but mind or mental pure mind or mental process, there arises lustful like that, but panchadwarika chittaviti is the moola. Panchadwarika javana is the moola. Root is panchadwarika javana. Yathavuttang sabbampi bhavangadi evang manojarika javanasa moola karana vasena moola parinya utta. So therefore, you know, you can understand here moola parinya manodwarika for example, now you have Manodwara Chittaviti and Manodwara Chittaviti, fourth Manodwara Chittaviti only there arise lust, hatred and illusion. Hatred or illusion. So now you know to arise lust or hatred or illusion, what is the moola or the root? Panchadvarika Javana. Panchadvarika Javana. So therefore, this is the moola parinya. In this way, you need to understand here. That is the reason in this way. And then let's say hettu pariyavasena, hettu pariyawasenati. Now let's say this is hettacha uparicha pavattamana vasena. Hettu, that means up and down, no? Hettacha uparicha parivattamana vasena aparaparam bhavanguppatti vasenati atto. That means turning round, up and down, turning hettu parivasenati, turning down, turning round, up and down. The meaning, that is what is the meaning stand for? On and on arising the bhavanga mind movement in between the mental process. That is the meaning. Hettu pariyavasena mean, that is the meaning. Aparaparang mean successively, on and on, successively, on and on arising of the bhavanga mind movement in between the mental process. That is the meaning here. Hettu pariyavasena mean, that's the meaning. Here it says again a little explanation. Tata bhavanguppadana vasena hi tesam binjitva patanam iminapana hettimassa uparimassa cha bhavangang aparapara uppatti vasena panchadwarika javanato visadisassa manodwarika javanassa uppadan dasseti tassa vaseneva rajjanadi pavattanato. So that means actually after the first five-door mental process, after the five-door mental process, there arises many bhavangas. After bhavanga, there arises many mind-door mental process. And actually, which are different from the five-door mental process. These javana are different from the five-door mental process. But after first mind-door mental process, there arises multiple or bunch of bhavangas. And then another mind or mental process successively arises. Here, only the fifth mind or mental process arises. You can know that this is the woman and this is the men, like that. So after the fourth and fifth mind or mental process, javana generates strong lust and hatred or ill will or illusion. This is they are mentioned in this way. That means you need to understand in this way. Five-door mental process cannot generate lust, hatred or illusion. But this is we can say the five-door mental process are the fundamental cause or the root for mind-door mental process javana. To arise lobha, dosa, moha like thing. So therefore, this is the root. Root is panchadvara. Panchadvara chittaviti javana is the root to arise manodvara chittaviti. That is the meaning here. So that is the moola parinya. So in this way, you need to understand. Before, okay, now you know what is the moola parinya. Moola parinya means, again I will tell. That means five-door mental process cannot generate lust, hatred, or illusion, moha. But this is the fundamental root for the mind or mental process javana to arise. Javana to not only arise, but to create lobha, dosa, moha, lust, ill will, and illusion. So therefore, this is the moola parinya. So in this way, you need to understand. Okay, I will tell what is the bhavanga and something like that. I will explain what is the bhavanga, how you understand the bhavanga. So bhavanga is the life continuum. Life continuum, because here in the course of cognition or the thought process or the mental processes, bhavanga goes fulfilling the function of main factor to maintain mentality along the whole course of your life. Therefore, it is what is called life continuum. Because without this life continuum, you will die. That's the meaning. Now, so because of this bhavanga, our mentality doesn't cease along the course of life. Whenever there arises a mental process or the chitta-viti, bhavanga ceases temporary because of your karmic power. But whenever mental process ceases, bhavanga again appears successively because of your karma in the heart base. Karma control this. Karma control its cessation as well as arising. You cannot control, karma control. And again, bhavanga has its unique object from the conception. All beings, bhavanga occur from the first birth linking mind movement. That is the conception. In the conception, you have birth linking mind movement. After that, there arise bhavanga. So birth linking mind movement takes object from the last object of the first fast life, and now thereafter your bhavanga arises. So therefore, bhavanga takes that object. The current object bhavanga doesn't takes. But when you're sleeping soundly without any dreams, let's say, then there are no mental processes because you don't have any dreams, but only bunch of bhavanga arises there successively. That means one after another in this way. If these bhavanga doesn't arises in your heart base, and then we will die. Because what is the reason? If there is no mental process in the heart base, death take place. That's the meaning. So therefore, in this way, you need to understand bhavanga. What is bhavanga? Okay, now we actually Mula Parinya Vasena Asamoha Sampajaññang Vedi Tabbang. So we discuss up to there. Then next day we will discuss what is the Agantukatava and Kalika Bhava. Mula Parinya, now. Fido mental process, Javana, Fido mental process, Javana, they are not arise any Loba Dosa Moha mindsets. But Manodwara Javana only there arise Loba Dosa Moha. But what is the mula or the fundamental cause or the root? It is the Panchadwarika Javana. So therefore, that is what is called Mula Parinya. That means accurate knowledge of the root. Root is the Panchadwara. That is in this way you need to understand this Mula Parinya. By way of Mula Parinya, this Asammoha Sampajañña. Clear understanding of the phenomena of Dukkha Satya Dhamma and the Samudaya Satya Dhamma. In this way, you need to understand. That's the meaning. Okay. Now, let's stop here. And thereafter, we will do another thing. Actually, here, this you need to understand very clearly. Going to the Chitta-viti and to the Chitta charts as well. Yeah. Panchadwara Vajjana, that means Fido adverting consciousness arises in the heart base. Depending on the heart base. Yeah.
Okay.
And
when did you see the functional chitta? See, I mean, what we imagine is once you become Arya, I think you live in Upekha all the time, right? So why Somanasa Hasitopadda?
No. Every time not Upekha. That is incorrect. Every time no Upekha in the while arising mindsets in the mind movement in the Arahant heart base, every time no Upekha. They for example, when they enter into the jhana, first jhana, for example, no Upekha, no? That is Somanasa Sagata. Even let's say now one Arahant want to pay respect to the Bodhi shrine or a pagoda shrine. So how, what is his mindset? With piti. No, not only every time. Huh? Okay.
I would imagine that they will live in only 4 jhana, no? Once they become Arya?
No, they can attain any jhana. Any jhana.
Oh.
Because if they develop only, not just for the Suddha Vipassaka Arahanta, I mean, for the Samatyanika Vipassaka, you can attain any jhana. Not in even jhana. Let's say like while doing Vipassana, they are also doing Vipassana thereafter, right? While doing Vipassana, sometimes Somanasa Sahagata mind, sometimes Upekka Sahagata mind. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not only. Yeah, not only. Okay.
Thank you, Bhante ji.
Okay, Sukhi Hotu.
So Bhante,
Yeah.
after like this Patisandhi Chitta, right after the Patisandhi Chitta, the first Chitta which arises is Bhavanga Bhante?
Yes. Patisandhi mind movement is a single mind movement. It arises and passes away by giving only birth linking mind movement function. And then there arise Bhavanga next. Right after. Yeah.
Then after
taking
that,
same object.
and then
After
whatever first chitta, whatever arises, that's always akusala, right? That the first chitta, right after that bhavanga?
Not one first Bhavanga, maybe after 17 Bhavanga, there arises mind-o-mental processes. Right? Mind-o-mental process. First mind-o-mental process is to liking to that that life, right? That life. That means there arises little not powerful, but like lower mind, no, lust mindset, or we can say that is the greed-rooted mind movement. That greed, because of that reason, only the first mind-o-mental process is lobha sahagat, or you can say greedy mind. Javana only greedy mind movement. Yeah, that's true. After 17 mind movement, right? Bhavanga mind movement. 17, usually. 15 to 17, Buddha mentioned.
So what that, out of that lobha mula Bhante, what's gonna be like asankharikam, right? And
Maybe
ditthigata,
it is
like
asankar.
depending on...
Asankar, because that arises without any influence.
Depending on that tihetuka or vihetuka, depending on that ditti sampayuktam or vipayuktam, right?
No. Sampayukta mean here jnana sampayukta or vipayukta, like.
Yes.
It is not jnana sampayukta mean that is the kusala mind. Now here you want to take the akusala side, lobha sahagat, you can say somanas sahagata dittigata sampayukta like mind, or pure lobha mind. So somanas sahagata dittigata sampayukta or somanas sahagata dittigata vipayukta. Or pure vipayukta mean no mana. Dittigata sampayukta mean having a wrong view, and vipayutta mean not having mana. So then if you don't have mana and ditti, then pure lobha mind movement arise. Pure lobha mind. That means no any mana chetasika or no any ditti chetasika. Okay.
What is it that decides the hetu there, Bhante? Because in this chitta, because it is gonna be one of these it is gonna be one of these 8, Bhante, the first 8 akusala, right? Not even 8, it's gonna be asankharika only.
Yeah,
Only
Sankharika,
4.
but yeah, maybe pure lobe without having like without having wrong view or mana. Okay,
So, where is
here
the
it doesn't
where is
mention.
the
It doesn't mention.
hetu?
Yeah,
Where is the hetu decided,
that's the
Bhante?
thing.
That
That's the thing.
hetu.
Only you have loba, 8 types of loba, no? 8 types of loba. But again, actually, Buddha's teaching is very wonderful. So then here, Buddha never mentioned about pure loba mind. But Atakatha explained pure loba mind also. Without having any pure loba mind mean, what is the meaning of pure loba mind? That means no wrong view, ditti, no mana. Got it? It is not
Only
mentioned.
those 2 chetasikas won't be there.
Yes. Huh? Such type of mind moment arises basically in the after Javana, right? Sorry. After 17 Bhavanga. In the early after the conception mind moment, that means birth linking mind moment, they arise first bhavanga, second bhavanga, like that up to 17 bhavanga. Bhavanga. After 17 bhavanga, they arise mind manodwara vajjana, and manodwara vajjana 7 javana, and again manodwara vajjana 7 javana. Like that it goes sometimes. So that javana doesn't contain usually those wrong view and the mana, only pure mental process. Okay.
And Bhante, like after Panchadvara Vajjana Chitta and before arising the Manodvara, every time that like one Bhavanga comes in between, Bhante, that too?
Not only one Bhavanga. We just say Bhavanga. Bhavanga successively arise and pass away till the other mind or mental process comes. We cannot say only one Bhavanga. Like for the Buddha, only one Bhavanga. To us, many Bhavanga. Atakatha says to the Buddha, one Bhavanga. Sariputta Maharahant, 2 Bhavanga. To us, many Bhavanga, bunch of Bhavanga.
But Bhante, when we say like that whenever like the color strikes the chakku, that pasada, at the same time it falls on the mind as well. So that the 2 process happen simultaneously. So I'm understanding, Bhante, like
actually simultaneously happen, right? Simultaneously, for chakkudo, your color impinge in the chakku pasada, simultaneously your panchadvara takes it, that object. You can see this thing while practicing nama paricheda jnana, right? It is simultaneous.
Bhanteji, may I clarify just for Pankaj?
Yeah.
So Pankaj, what is happening is here in this diagram, and Sheetal, 5-door adventing consciousness is happening in the mind, which is on heart base, versus eye consciousness is happening on the eye sensitivity in the eye base. Is that correct, Bhanteji? And that's happening parallel.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 bases.
Yep, 2 bases.
2 bases.
But Bhante, is that understood, Pankaj and Sheetal?
No, I understand that. I'm questioning the simultaneous. It's not simultaneous. This one happened first. The Panchadvara Vajjana happened first at the heart base.
No.
No. They are 2 different places, na Pankaj? See, you and I are existing at the same time, right?
Yes.
We 2 can exist at the same time because we are at different spaces. So these 2 are existing at the same time because they are at different spaces. They are arising at different space. One is on heart base, one is on eye base.
Okay.
I'm sorry, this is Milind. But Pankaj, I'm also thinking the same as you. The chitti vidhi is a single thread process.
Right.
Arise hota hai, it's arising.
Yeah, here. Actually, what happened here, these two different ways, but the thing is, when the eye consciousness takes something, something mean color on the eye consciousness take, and as soon as this Panchadwara Vajjana looking at towards the eye door, it takes simultaneously it takes the whatever the object takes by the eye door consciousness. Okay, that means same at the same time, right? No any even single movement before or after. Can understand? This is happen simultaneously.
Yep.
But when we draw the Chittaviti, we this is the way to draw the Chittaviti.
Yeah, just to explain out. So
Yes,
Bhante,
yes.
what I'm trying to understand is between this chart here, these two, Chakku Vijnana and Panchadwara Vajjana, they are happening simultaneously. Chakku Vijnana got a color as an object. Panchadwara Vajjana at the same time looking at that object got that object too.
Yeah, at the same time, color object takes by the Panchadwara Vajjana.
And then the following process, this Sampajañña starts happening at the Hadayavattu.
Yeah.
Taking that object, which was the color object.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Bhante, understood. So, okay. What Vinay is saying makes sense to me now, that these two being at two different places.
Bases, yeah.
They can happen simultaneously. But
So
then
Bhante,
as far as the Viti is concerned, you just see that where if you just show it only Panchadwara Vajjana taking color object, you won't be able to understand that. You have to say that it is taken from the Chakku Vijnana.
Because Bhavanga doesn't any relation with this Chakku Vijnana. Yeah, only Panchadwara related to the Bhavanga. That's the thing. Yeah.
But only after this two Tadarambana and then Bhavanga comes, and like as you said, like in case of Buddha only one, but in like Puthujanas like many, and then the Manodvara Vajjana Chitta comes.
Then this process would start. Like multiple Bhavanga there, then this process would start. This process would continue, like one Tadarambana here, right? Tadarambana 2, again Bhavanga, maybe multiple Bhavanga there.
Yes.
Again, this process comes. So this Manodvara Vajjana process has to be there for at least 3 to 4 times. 4 to 5 times, sorry.
More than that, right? More than that.
Before in the 5th process, Javana, we will understand whether this was whatever we saw, whether the shape was or color was or man or woman or whatever.
Yes. This way you should understand.
So Bhante ji, here we are saying this all five sense basis consciousness, right? 10, right? Akusala 5 and Kusala 5 are arising on their respective basis, right?
Yes.
So Kaya is occurring in all body, wherever there's a, right? So now here we are saying there is a Dukkha. Number 5 is Dukkha Kaya, and then there's a Sukha Kaya. And this Dukkha and Sukha are nothing but a Vedana.
Yeah, Vedana.
Right. Vedana, right? So are we then not saying that this Vedana is happening on the body?
No. That is actually name, Buddha name like that. But after now Panchadwara Chittaviti, this Kaya Vijnana also, nothing understood like which Vedana, Somanasa or Domanasa or Sukha Vedana or Dukkha Vedana or the other Vedana, right? Cannot understand. Only can understand after 4th or 5th Manodvara Chittaviti. But Buddha mentioned this name, Name only. Everybody needs to develop vipassana jnana, clear vipassana jnana. Then you don't have any question.
What happens is, if somebody doesn't have this kind of a deeper knowledge, then all they will say is, oh, these somanasa, upekha, dukkha, sukha, domanasa are 5 types of vedanas. Right?
So therefore,
And
you need to go to Attakatha. That's why. Buddha mentioned first go to the Desanā Pali and then go to the Attakatha. At that time, no Tika. Recently, Tika came. Recently, not recently. Maybe in the within 1,000 years, and after 1,000 years of the Buddha's Mahaparinibbana, final session. But that is in this Buddha Dhamma, you need these are the deep Dhamma. This deep Dhamma can be understood by only wise people only, not the Mutasati people. Mutasati people mean silly people cannot understand. So that is the Buddha Dhamma. Cannot understand by everybody. Or let's say if we understood this, how many Buddhas get Mahaparinibbana? Uncountable. So we are still in this samsara, no? Why? Because we didn't have many panya or bunch of panya in our previous lives. Got it?
but no, I understood. But Bhante, consider now this kaya consciousness that I'm talking about, right? What is it? Is it arising with that consciousness is arising with? Then we just say upekha feeling, or
here not upekha sahagata, no. So it says in this way. Now what happened in the dukkha sahagata mean your object is unpleasurable object. Unpleasurable object, you touch your unpleasurable object, that means unpleasurable object touch your kaya viññāna, and your kaya viññāna touch, and then every chittaviti going on very quickly. Very quickly going on, and fourth and fifth manodhara chittaviti understood, oh, this is there arise vedana, right? There arise vedana mean not only the body arise the vedana, mind movement arise vedana. That mind movements can understand which type of object touch or undesirable object touch. So therefore dukkha vedana in the mind movement, right?
Followed. But okay, so let's consider for people like me, it will happen in the 4th and 5th. For Buddha, if this kaya, then dukkha will happen in the first itself? The dukkha and sukha consciousness?
No.
Or no?
Kaya viññāna doesn't have any dukkha or sukha, but that is the name given, right? Name given. Yeah, name only. Because Buddha mentioned, Buddha need to mention or wanted to mention that when the unpleasurable object touch the kaya pasada, that is there arise dukkha sahagata kaya viññāna. This is just a name only.
Oh, so are you saying that here we have to interpret this dukkha and sukha more of an attribute of the object than?
Yes.
Okay.
Than the viññāna, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because of the object Buddha mentioned this thing. Okay. Very deep. So then we just need to, if we take it superficially, every Dhamma, not only here, if we take superficially, loosely, what happened? You cannot practice real Dhamma. You just going into the Dhamma or something like some concept given by somebody. Yeah.
So Bhanteji, this can be analogous to the jhana factors also, which come with their own attribute, right? The object itself is pleasurable.
Yes.
Right? Something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Bhante, one day it's in a chat window. So the question is, Bhante, does it mean we are existing many places at the same time according to bhavangas? Because Buddha having one bhavanga and Sariputta having 2 bhavangas, as you say, could you please throw some light on that?
Yeah, for example, we have multiple bhavanga. In between the chitta vidhi, we might have multiple bhavanga. Sometimes we may never happen one bhavanga.
Bhante, if I may please interrupt, I think
Yeah.
what he is alluding is to there are different types of bhavanga for a single person. What we are trying to tell is that the same bhavanga repeats multiple times.
Yes, yes. For example, let's say now Mr. Pankaj Bhavanga differs from Vinayas Bhavanga. And Buddha Bhavanga also differs. Sariputta Maharahant Bhavanga also differs from you. Because why? Bhavanga depend on the last object of the first past life, and what's the efficacy of the the mental factors and the mind. So different bhavanga we have, not the same bhavanga.
No, Bhante, I think what I'm reading the question, it sounded like what the person is trying to allude to is when we say there are two bhavangas arising here, let's say in this vithi here, there are two bhavangas arising after that. So those bhavanga is the repeat of the same thing, not two different ones. Like whatever Pankaj Bhavanga arise 1, Pankaj Bhavanga arise 2, Pankaj Bhavanga arise 3, Pankaj Bhavanga arise 4. It is same Bhavanga only arising more number of times.
Yes.
For Buddha, it would arise only 1 time. For Sariputta Maharant, it would arrive only 2 times. But for us, maybe it will arrive like 5 times, 10 times, 20 times. Then followed by the next process, which is the Manodvara Vajjana.
Yes.
Yeah. I hope I understood that question correctly from this gentleman here. But if you wanted to unmute yourself, you can ask that. I just got that sense that you are understanding that there are multiple bhavangas for any one person. In any one life, there is only one bhavanga for that particular person. It just repeats because that's the process that continues.
No?
Bhante ji, can I make one clarification?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Chitta Vithi, the 14 sets of processes. Remember the 17 mind moments that arise and pass away?
Yes.
You had taught us long time ago that diagram, 1, 2, 3, 4, 17. So that's where the number. So first one is past bhavanga, second is vibrational, third is arrest, fifth is 5 door, and fifth is I consciousness or all other consciousness.
Yeah.
So 4 and 5.
Fourth is anyway Panchadwara Vajjana. When concerning according to the object, no? According to the object, there is Chakku Vijnana. If you take the color as an object, if you take the sound as an object, then the other door open.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, but you're still saying that they are simultaneous and parallel. But
Yes,
in a diagram, we can only show one after the other.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Because
okay.
Otherwise, there is no way to this diagram to make.
One more chat question, Bhante. Looks like a follow-up. Bhante, because Bhavanga theory finds me multiverse or multiple dimension theory of science.
Here we don't need to compare science with the this Buddha Dhamma, because science is very inferior than this Buddha Dhamma. Okay. Therefore, I cannot say this. Even scientists doesn't know what is Bhavanga, right? They are talking about unconscious mind, no? But mind always not unconscious, always conscious. Till the death takes place, mind always conscious because Bhavanga is there. So therefore, we never want to compare with this our Buddha Dhamma, especially because Buddha knew this Dhamma with the Sampajañña Jnana. No? Sampajañña attain into the Sampajañña only he expressed to us. So therefore, We don't need to get compared with the science and the other thing. Science and this Dhamma. So if you take science, if you think with the science, then you cannot understand this. And scientists also, if they think this bhavanga and like that, because they never see the mind. Any for example, any scientist cannot see the mind till they achieve jhana. Till they achieve jhana, jhanic people can understand what is mind, how it. Even somebody sees the patibhaga nimitta, they know what is mind. So therefore, we don't need to compare with the science special.
Asking, the person is asking, bhava means different places. So when we said that there are multiple bhavangas, the person is probably thinking they're different places.
Again, read the question.
So Bhante, I'm reading the first question. So Bhante, does it mean we are existing many places at the same time according to bhavangas? Because Buddha having one bhavanga and Sariputta having two bhavangas, as you said. Could you please throw some light on that? That is where I thought like he's comparing, there are Sariputta having two bhavanga, which is Sariputta 1 and Sariputta 2. And we would have like multiple bhavangas, Pankaj 1, Pankaj 2, Pankaj 3, Pankaj 4. It's not like that. It is Pankaj 1 only. And then Pankaj 1 repeats multiple times. This plural sentence word here, bhavangas. But what the confusion there is, no matter how many persons are there, they only carry one bhavanga in that life. And that bhavanga repeats multiple times. That is how we are trying to explain in the chat.
I think the question is, the first question, what he mentioned, like the two persons exist at the same time. That was the beginning question over there. Like what he thinks that like one person exists here, and because it's like a two bhavanga, separate bhavanga, that same person can exist with another bhavanga somewhere else. That's what he's...
Really? No, if he is asking like that, that is it is not the way. Only one person, only one person can live in one place, no in other places at the same time, simultaneously.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I got the sense, Bhante, but I don't know.
So that's why we need to...
Existing. Yeah.
So see, now everybody's understanding of one question is different, no? So therefore, the questioner should ask very clearly, what is the question? Anyway, subconsciousness and unconsciousness, that is actually according to the Buddha's clarification, because Buddha doesn't give false anything, no? But science, time to time, it differs. Today they will say one thing and tomorrow they will say another thing, same in the same subject or same concept, and 10 years after they will say another thing, like that. But if Buddha says something, it exists for till the Buddha Sasana finish.
Great point, Bhanteji. Very profound point. Yeah. I mean, science is all experimentation based, right? So
yes.
So that's a limitation.
Other thing, scientists take the every time they take usually Uttuja Rupa only, no? Uttuja Rupa. That means they are temperature born materiality. But we have karma born materiality. That means materiality generate from your karma, and chitta born materiality, that materiality generate from your mind, which is depending on the heart base. And again aharaja rupa, no? Aharaja rupa means by way of your nutriment. So then they don't know those things. They never understand. Even they cannot say where is mind. For example, if one cardiologist asks from me, oh, where is mind? So I just say, because he is my friend, so I just say in the heart. So he told me, I have done multiple cardio raise your hand. But I never saw the mind. Okay. So see, so therefore only jhanic people basically can see in the beginning, and then you can understand where is the mind. But mind is in the idea also, mind is there, but the powerful mind is in the heart base.
But Bhanteji, that point of your friend is to be pondered over, because consider if we really do the heart transplant.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And the mind continuum is there, right? Somewhere.
Yeah.
So is it like I get the mind continuum of the person that I get the heart from?
Yes, yes. So see, then yeah, according to their understanding, no, they will tell according to their understanding.
I think, Bhante, one more limitation we need to understand here. For science, something has to be proven again, so it has to be measurable. And to measure, they would go by the instruments they have.
Yes.
While we are going here to the minutest minutest time of the mind itself. And within that mind, we are looking at everything that is present there. So I see like science can never have that kind of instrument which is gonna measure that. So they would never be able to come to this point side of it, because they won't be able to prove it with instruments, external instruments.
Yeah, sure. Because a meditator, what is the tool for the meditator? Meditator's meditation mind. So that meditation mind is more powerful than scientist mind. Scientist, any tools.
Yes, Bhante.
Yeah, yeah.
Sadhu, Bhante.
Okay.
But Bhanteji, one quick question follow up to that. In Abhidhamma, or where Buddha went into the Chitta and Chitta Vidhi. So for example, see all the material things, including light, we know that we have frequency, wavelength. So apart from these characteristics, did Buddha by any chance mention anything on those lines? Because see, we can feel, right? Now in meditation, we can see our mind arising, passing away. Right? So we see is that a tangible thing. But did Buddha mention anything beyond?
The mind is tangible thing, you mean?
Tangible meaning it exists, right? It exists within ourselves on our heart base. It's not tangible. What I meant is by tangible, I mean that it has its own characteristic. It exists, right?
Okay.
So did Buddha by any chance bring a kind of a parallel between light and mind, or because light we know through science, right? It has different wavelengths, different colors, frequencies, like those kind of things, or it's totally different continuum.
Yeah, so Buddha explained in this way. You have many lights like sunlight, moonlight, and even you can take light from the fire. But Buddha said this mind produced light is more powerful than all three. I can remember this sutta. Because Buddha doesn't mention that how frequency of the light and the other thing, because those are not related to get rid of your suffering, no. To get rid of suffering, only Buddha want to focus everything, not for the other thing.
So he says that the light produced by the mind is the powerful
most powerful thing, because you can through that you can see your fire aggregate and another's fire aggregate also, as well as your causes for the fire aggregate, and then you can practice vipassana up to the arahantship, right? Because therefore your mind produce light is that is what is called paññāloka in Pali. Paññāloka. This Panyaloka is the most powerful. Buddha mentioned in the sutta. Okay.
Thank you so much, Bhante ji.
Hello,
Dattaji,
Bhante.
please yes,
So-
Bhante. Yes, Dattaji, please go ahead.
सर पंकज सर मी मराठीमधून विचारतो काय
विचारा ना सर, मी भंतेंना ट्रान्सलेट करतो. विचार.
हा सर हे जर भवंग आहे ना, भवंग आपल्या हृदयवत्तू मध्ये असतं ना भवंग आणि ती जर हृदयवत्तू मध्ये असेल तर एखाद्या जर हार्ट ट्रान्सप्लांट केलं तर त्याची चित्तविधी चेंज होतं का?
नाही, तुम्ही विचारतो भंतेंना. भंते, the question is the one that you were talking with your cardiology friend. If the bhavanga sits in Hadayavattu, then if somebody has a heart transplant, will his bhavanga change?
No, his bhavanga doesn't change, because if you know, when you undergo into heart transplant, artificial, first of all, you need to connect to the artificial heart, and then only you can transplant done. When you change your blood into the artificial heart and that system, that means there bhavanga moves there, right? Anyway, when the then the original heart of the patient we will remove, no? That means then again fix the another heart. Then if we remove the artificial heart, then again it moves to the transplanted heart. Because let's say now nobody can operate, no? Let's say somebody's heart and the another apply, that has never happened, because that means the patient will die. Can you understand?
दत्ताजी, कळलं का तुम्हाला?
हा सर हा
Yes, Bhante, understood, Bhante.
Yeah. Okay, let's stop now. If you thank you for them also, because this is the Dhamma taught by the Buddha, what we discuss. So everybody now accumulated, and then we share for the every beings with this stanza. Everybody. Idamme punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Idamme punyang nibbanas paccaya hotu. Mama punyang bhagam sabbe sattanam bhajimi. Te sabbe me samang punyang bhagam labhantu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, sukhi hotu nibbana paccaya hotu.
Lami Bhante.
Okay.
Do you have your permission to stop the session here, Bhante?
Yeah, great.
Thank you Bhante.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bhante.
Take it. Okay.